Ragdolly Anna, how do you do? Ragdolly Anna, good day to you. What will you be doing today? Upstairs, downstairs, on your way. Ragdolly Anna's just like you. She knows that one and one make two. She can talk all this and that with a bunch of paper roses in a big straw hat. With a bunch of paper roses in a big straw hat.
Ragdolly Anna lives on the first, second, third floor of a block of flats with the little dressmaker, the dressmaker's dummy, and White Cat. The little dressmaker was feeling uneasy. White Cat was nowhere to be seen.
White Cat, where are you?
But he didn't come. She began to feel very anxious. Perhaps he's gone to the recreation ground, suggested Ragdolly Anna. He does go there sometimes when no one's looking to see what's in the rubbish bins.
Let's go and see.
The gates of the recreation ground were open, and just inside were the dustbins. One of them had fallen on its side. Ragdolly Anna peeped in. There were some empty crisp packets, a can or two, 3 bottles and a jam jar. There was a snail on one of the bottles, but no White Cat. "Oh dear, he really is lost," said Ragdolly Anna. There was a sound of scrabbling feet, and Professor Perkins' cousin Percy, who lived in town, appeared out of some bushes. "Hello," she said. "It's lovely to see you. What are you doing here?" Percy Perkins seemed hurt.
Haven't you heard the news?
"News? What news?"
There are kittens in the shed over there. They belong to me.
The little dressmaker could hardly believe her ears.
To you, Percy? Oh, how lovely. Can we see them? Can we come now?
You can see 2 of them.
He answered.
The third, Alfred, has been practicing climbing. He went up that big tree, and when he found it was time to come down, he couldn't. He's stuck. White Cat is keeping an eye on the situation.
"So that's where he is," said Ragdolly Anna. "He's not lost, only missing." The little dressmaker cheered up at once. They followed Percy Perkins to the big tree, and there was White Cat sitting at the bottom, looking up.
"Yes, you may be surprised to find me here," said White Cat graciously, "but I am giving advice to Alfred. He can't get down."
Ragdolly Anna and the little dressmaker looked up. At first they couldn't see anything. Then they noticed something that seemed like a blob of sunshine. It was a marmalade-coloured kitten sitting in a fork of the tree.
Ew, ew, ew,
he cried.
"He should come down backwards," said White Cat with a sigh. "It's perfectly simple, and I've shown him how, but he won't move. Now that you're here, I shall leave and have my breakfast. You can take my place."
And he stalked off. Ragdolly Anna felt sorry for Alfred. He was so small, and he was so high up, and a little bit frightened.
"Keep still,"
she called to him.
"We'll get help. Don't worry."
The little
You'll
dressmaker
be all
talked
right.
soothingly to Alfred, while Ragdolly Anna ran up to the corner to see if there was anyone who could help. But there was nobody about.
"Oh dear,"
said Ragdolly Anna. "What shall we do?" All of a sudden she heard a noise. A fire engine was coming along the road.
"The fire brigade. I'm sure they'll be able to help."
Ragdolly Anna jumped up and down, waving her handkerchief.
"Stop! Stop!"
she cried. The fire engine slowed down. One of the firemen put his head out of the window.
"We're just on our way back from a fire," he told her. "You in trouble?"
"No, not me," said Ragdolly Anna.
"It's Alfred. Come and see."
They went to the tree, and Ragdolly Anna pointed to where Alfred was sitting. "Oh, that all you want? One kitten to be rescued? We don't normally rescue kittens. The RSPCA does that. But seeing as we're here, we'll do it this once. One of the firemen pulled a lever, and what looked like big metal feet came down beside the fire engine. It's like magic, thought Ragdolly Anna. The fireman had climbed into the cage, which then went up and up and up until it was right opposite where Alfred was. The fireman could reach Alfred easily, and down he came, carrying the little bundle of marmalade fur with him. Ragdolly Anna clapped her hands. "Oh, thank you, Mr. Fireman. Percy Perkins will be pleased." "Percy Perkins? Who's he?" "He's Alfred's daddy," explained Ragdolly Anna. "And he says he's got 2 more kittens in the shed. Let's go and see." Inside, the shed was chock-a-block. In the corner was a cardboard carton, and inside, as warm as hot buttered toast, were Alfred's 2 sisters. Mr. Fireman put Alfred back into the box. "There now, isn't that a lovely mixture of colours?" At that moment, Percy Perkins came in.
"Oh, is that Alfred? I'm very much obliged to you. Their poor mother won't have anything more to do with them. Says they should be looking after themselves by now, but they aren't. I don't know what to do with them."
Suddenly a shout came from the direction of the fire engine. "There's another fire. We're wanted," said the fireman, and off he ran. When they got back to the flat, Ragdolly Anna told Dummy everything that had happened. Just as they were about to sit down for their tea, there was a sharp knock at the door. Whoever could it be, they wondered. The little dressmaker opened the door, and there stood their friend the fireman. What a surprise!
Oh, please do come in.
Ragdolly Anna was proud. Fancy having a fireman in your own home when there wasn't a fire.
Oh, pull up that chair. Now, you must feel like a cup of tea after rescuing a kitten and then putting out another fire. It wasn't a bad one, I hope.
The fireman shook his head. No, not a bad one, but it should never have happened. Some naughty boys were playing with matches and set light to a wooden shed. Lucky nobody was hurt. But the reason I'm here is my missus, she wants one of them kittens. She wants Alfred. Can I take him today?
"Yes, he can be made ready immediately," said White Cat. "And the others, too."
Well, that's another thing. My mate, he wants the other 2. But he can't take them till next week. What do you think?
"Oh," said Ragdolly Anna, "can't we keep them here till then? Oh, please, can we?"
Well, why not? And let's go now. Then Mr. Fireman can take Alfred home with him, and we can bring the other 2 back here.
Over the next week, Ragdolly Anna never tired of playing with the kittens. White Cat avoided them as much as he could.
"One should sleep as much as possible,"
He informed them grumpily.
"All these antics are a waste of time. Look at Dummy, she doesn't move at all."
You do when no one's looking, don't you? Whispered Ragdolly Anna. Dummy quivered a little and almost nodded her head.
Ragdolly Anna's fine and brown, standing up and sitting down. Ragdolly Anna's fine and fat, with a bunch of paper roses in a big